And we have a new WoW expansion on the way. Well, actually, we have another 3 expansions. No one definitely leaked that one. But today I want to talk about the War Within and some of the changes we have coming that are going to have a significant effect on gold making going forward. Today I'm only looking at covering from a gold making perspective and stuff we've had confirmed rather than speculation. I'll be talking about what they've said about professions and how war bands and the changes to guilds are going to be really interesting going forward. Overall though, I was really happy with what I saw yesterday for practically every franchise except for poor StarCraft. Am I the only one who finds competitive StarCraft basically the best competitive game Blizzard has ever had? I also don't want to cover the fact that they are charging for early access. I'm sure plenty of people will cover that, although the size and scope of what they did announce yesterday for both retail and classic is drowning out what would usually be a huge backlash. The best time to bury bad news is when there is worse news, because no government has ever taken advantage of disasters to do that, or when the good news is so good that no one really cares. In the actual presentations, we didn't see very much that was relevant to World of Warcraft gold making, and that is pretty normal. Last time out for Dragonflight, Professions was a huge feature of the expansion, so got a lot of attention, but we don't really have much relevant to gold making, or so it seemed. Once you dig into it a little bit more, we actually have some quite important information. In particular, if you are someone who's really quite casual when it comes to gold making, but you want an accessible way to get into some of the most insane ways in the game to get rich. Now, the majority of the information I'm going to talk about here wasn't from the opening ceremony or the What's Next panel. It was from the Warcraft group Q&A with Morgan Day, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. There's a lot of information here about all the different parts of the game, so it's worth reading through the whole thing yourself, but I'm going to pick out the bits which I think are going to change some gold making tactics significantly. Firstly, although this isn't going to change things dramatically, probably the most important bit of information we got here is about what's going on with professions going forward. The question put to the team was basically, are we carrying Dragonflight style professions forward? On that they said, as in expansions in the past, professions are tied to the expansion, so new points and perks coming in the War Within. At a high level, they're happy with how professions play out, but some tweaks with stats, crafting orders, but happy with the system, will iterate and continue forward. Basically, what I take from that then is they are happy with how professions turned out in Dragonflight. They're just going to tweak the system a little bit going forward. I hate crafting orders and I have no interest in engaging with the system, but just because I don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't work for a lot of people. At least spamming in trade chat is better than spamming cancel scam. They said that this is one of the things they wanted to work on, so I can't see drastic changes coming here. If this is the sort of gold making you like, then that's probably good news for you, because you're not going to see massive changes. Tweaking of crafting stats. I have a strong feeling that me and some of the other tryharders with the inspiration spec could be what they're referring to here. It was just over 48 hours after Dragonflight released and I had many high difficulty rank 3 recipes on the region wide auction house. That was the week I made 80 million gold in 7 days. I cannot imagine that is what Blizzard intended. I think they would have liked to have seen the grind to get the high difficulty rank 3 items be much more of a gradual process. But Blizzard should know the lengths that the players will go to in min-maxing the game, but perhaps they haven't been used to it from the gold making community. I think it's extremely likely that we will see a heavy nerf to inspiration moving forward. It should never have been so important with the professions at the start of Dragonflight. As for professions, I think the biggest thing that is going to affect the majority of people is the fact that this is no longer being seen as a new feature for the expansion. What I say now is going to come off as being a bit of an arrogant arse, but I really don't care because I saw the fallout of this issue in the comment section all over my videos with people asking for help. Now, because professions were a major feature in Dragonflight, it's something that's going to generate a lot of clicks on YouTube and will get covered by a lot of channels who really do not care about gold making. They just need to do it because they need to cover everything WoW related, and that's fine. The issue came with some of those videos were telling people what the best specs were, which is a great way to generate more views, but you could very easily tell that these people hadn't play tested anything and were basically guessing. You can literally go back and watch some people's footage of those videos and they have like 20 skinning or herbing skill in some of them, which, as you know, takes about 5 minutes to get. Now, normally in WoW, this isn't so much of a problem. People may waste some time or lose a little bit of gold, but profession knowledge points were a permanent choice and they had to be for the system to work. So a lot of people came to the comments on my videos asking why they weren't making gold, and it's because they was running these terrible specs that were being suggested elsewhere. And once you were behind, you were forever behind. Your profession was ruined basically. People like me, Mantheus, Lazy Goldmaker, literally test these things, in my case for hundreds of hours on the beta, to try and give you guys the best possible information. When the War Within does release, there's going to be no hype for professions, so hopefully the quality of the information around will be a lot higher, as only those who are actually interested in it will be making content. On another question later on, they talked about warbands, and I'm going to quote here: "Gold will be shared and there'll be a warbands bank for materials. The currency tab can be shared between characters. You can also craft out the warband region bank, just like a normal region bank. Crafting out of your warband region bank across all your characters in your warband, therefore across your entire Battle.net account, is a really nice quality of life change, but it's not going to be game breaking." I did notice they didn't say anything about shared bank for normal items, just regions when it comes to your warband, but we'll come back to that. The part that's going to be insane is the fact that they're saying gold will be shared across every character in your warband, so therefore across your entire Battle.net account, and that's just crazy. We have also had it confirmed that crossed faction guilds are coming in the War Within. What this means then is that if you wanted to, you could have a guild set up with as many characters as you wanted on your account could be in it. You then have a guild bank, which is a shared item storage across every character and server on your Battle.net account. Overall then, these changes have made it so that you can access all of your gold on every character on your Battle.net account, whatever server or level they are. There is literally no friction in getting gold across servers. You can literally just log in on the character and buy whatever you want on any server. No need for a second account or for a friend to hold on to your gold for you to trade. We can also be in a guild with these characters. This means that anything we buy can easily be transferred across servers through the guild bank. Once again, no friction, no need for anything else or a second account. These changes combined literally means any player, no matter how casual they are, can buy the cheapest things on any server, anywhere, and easily sell it on a much more expensive one. There's a lot of messing around to do that at the moment in the current game, and you do need that second account too. But this is going to open up one of the best gold making methods in the game to literally anyone. It's just going to be so easy now for anybody to do this on a single account. Even if you do not want to use this method as a gold making tool, from a buyer's perspective it's insane as well. If you want a mount or a BOE from the latest raid, then it takes literally zero effort to get the cheapest one across the entire US or EU. Check the prices, find the cheapest server, create a level 1 on that server where the cheapest one is. We've got shared gold, so we've got our entire Battle.net balance of gold on that one character. Run to the auction house, buy it, throw it in the guild bank, and your main picks it up. The effect it's going to have on the economy going forward is going to be really interesting. Let me know what your guys' opinions are as to how you're going to think this affects the economy going forward. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.